went from the bonnet, found face down on the floor.
2, 3.
Paediatric trauma
It's
call.
a stabbing quadrant.
25 feet from a ladder onto his back.
He's really unwell, and I think anaesthetics need to see him before he goes to theatre.
Daphne? Daphne?
How is everybody then? Chilling?
King's A&E, how can I help?
King's College Hospital, London.
I got stabbed.
I know, it's annoying.
My head.
One of the busiest A&E departments in the world.
I want top to toe, head, chest, abdomen.
A place where love, life and loss
Don't bloody die. I love you too much for you to die.
unfold every single day. All the patients you're about to see were treated in just one 24-hour period.
A&E is always like a traffic jam. Can we get a trolley?
You've got to realise that there's awful things that can happen to you.
I'm so sorry.
Life is unpredictable, so it's important that your nearest and dearest know that you love them. You have to tell them that you love them.
You must get better and come back to me. I don't want to lose you.
Because there may come a time when you're not around to tell them.
Hello, lovely Desmond. How are you?
Dr. Des is starting his day shift as King's major trauma consultant.
My parents have been telling me since I was about 14 that I should always have breakfast before I go out. Still don't do that. And then I did anaesthetics for a year. And, you know, in anaesthetics, if you haven't had a cup of coffee by 10 or half 10 in the morning, I feel like theatre has to close. You know, they get really, really stroppy about it and everything. And I just thought, guys, you know, you don't know how lucky you are. Since then, if I haven't had a coffee by 10, half 10 in the morning, I'm like the Antichrist, yeah. My parents have always tried to support me in whatever it is that I've wanted to do. Yes, yeah. To this day, they still continue to offer support and helpful advice, constructive advice, and they're usually right. Exactly, but I knew of being on trauma, I wasn't going to have the luxury for, you know, a big Americano or a latte, so I had an espresso and said, right, we're off. It's never something that I thought of before I had children of my own, but I will always be their parent. A parent's job is to provide for and protect their children. And that will continue until the day I die.
95% border, 5% light. Oh my God! I can't.
Hello, King's A&E. Yeah. Yeah, was she a pedestrian? Yeah. Are you coming by air or ambulance? By ambulance, okay. Paediatric trauma call, 25 minutes. That's paediatric trauma, 25 minutes.
6:50.
A 12-year-old pedestrian hit by car, found trapped underneath the bus.
A young girl is being brought to King's after being hit by a car on her way to school.
Hi folks, I'm Des, I'm the major trauma consultant. You've come to see the trauma or the little one who's next door? Okay, excellent, welcome aboard. I've assigned roles to pretty much everyone at the moment. So what we might do is we'll all stand back behind this blue line while they do their primary survey and we'll crack on. Don't worry, I will find work for everyone. I'm very good like that.
The girl, her mother and a police officer are travelling from the site of the accident over 20 miles away in Kent.
So she's going to be doing the line and the bloods. I would like you to be her runner. Yeah, her runner. If you can do a GCS and have a look at the pupils as well as doing the airway bits at the top end, that'd be great. Pediatric trauma is difficult. It's very emotive. Nobody likes to see kids in distress or injured or unwell. they seem to attract so many people from everywhere. People just want to be useful, they want to help.
It was the worst call I could have ever had. I still hear it now. I can still hear the tone of his voice, how he said it to me. Jay's been run over by a bus. It was like the whole world just crumbled. I remember turning up and she was just caked from head to toe in blood. And she was talking and she went, "Mummy, I love you." And when I heard her say, "Mummy, I love you," I thought, is this her telling me she loves me before she dies? It's a parent's worst nightmare, what I lived that morning, getting that call.
So this is Jane. Jane's 12 years old. She was walking into some moving traffic when she got hit by a car, which made her fall over and a bus went over the top. When we got there, she was underneath the bus. The bus had been jacked up by the fire brigade. Injuries top to toe. She's got a head injury. Her chest is clear. Her belly is soft but tender and has bruising on top. Pelvis seems to be intact. Seems to move her arms and her legs, and she's just got lots of grey all down her from the bus. She's had 4 milligrams of morphine, oxygen, and no other issues with us.
Okay. Airway. Okay. I'm looking for everything, and I'm hoping that I will find nothing. You really want to identify the most life-threatening problems as soon as possible.
Where did that hurt?
Is that just dirty abrasion, or is it a big bruise?
I think that's abrasion.
Yeah, okay, dirty abrasion. She's got quite a big abrasion with some road rash over her abdomen as well. Can we transfer her on the scoop? Yeah.
I was at East Tilbury. I just took a load of scrap metal over there. And I got back in the cab and I see I had five missed calls from Amanda.
Why didn't you put something?
So I tried phoning her back and she said, "Dad, she's under the bus. She's under the bus." When I took the truck back to the depot, I had to go past where Jade had been run over. And as I approached it, I could see 5 police cars there and a council van. And I thought, I could see the police car, and I thought, what's that council van doing there? And as I went past, I thought, he must be washing the blood off the road. My little precious granddaughter's blood's been washed into the gutter. It just slowly began to dawn on me that she might not survive.
It's been nearly 2 hours since 12-year-old Jade was hit by a car and knocked under a bus whilst making her way to school. Doctors need to assess the severity of the damage to her brain and internal organs.
Ready, steady, go.
Oh, one moment, the tree.
So she's a 12-year-old girl, pedestrian crossing the road, struck by a car, and then a bus went over her. So we know that she's had a head injury and she's got some blood around her face. She's got what looks like a combination of some bruising to a dirty abrasion over her abdomen, which may well have been as the bus sort of rolled up over.
Jade was born late afternoon or early evening on a Thursday. When I went home, it was so overwhelming. I thought, there was this little girl, and I thought, she's totally reliant on me, and I thought, am I going to be any good? You got this little person that you bring into the world, and it's your duty to protect her, you know, until I die.
Yeah, I was reacting.
I used to worry about everything. the most daftest things. My biggest concern, like, as Jade was getting older and going to school on her own, was her getting run over going to school. That was a big fear of mine. And it happened.
I went in when I was really ill. So then I could call up the next day and take the day off and not be that ill. And they were like, oh yeah, no, to be fair, he came in when he was really, really ill. Like, if he's taking the day off, he must be really, really ill. Yeah, exactly. The last thing you want to do is be fine one day, call up and say something's happened, and then not go in, and then go in the day after and be pretty much fine. That's the last thing you want to do.
"46-year-old Brian has come to Miners after falling on his ankle. He's awaiting the results of an X-ray to see how badly it's been damaged. Brian has recently been released from prison.
Can you ask to see the nurse straight away, please? Thank you, I'm in pain.
His electronic tag allows police to trace his whereabouts and must be kept on at all times.
Hello.
Hi.
My name's James, I'm one of the doctors. Do you mind if I call you Brian?
Yeah, thank you very much.
What's happened, Brian?
I ran for a bus and I slipped on the pavement and it by traffic lights, and my leg my ankle just went crack.
Okay, all right then. Do you have any other medical problems?
I'm on methadone.
How long have you been on methadone for?
6 years.
And are you on daily dosing, or do
Yeah.
they give you daily dosing?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else apart from the methadone?
And I'm on fluoxetine.
Is that for depression?
Yeah.
Okay, how long have you been taking that for?
About 6 months.
6 months? Okay. Right. Your ankle's broken, I'm afraid, which is a shame.
Yeah.
And it's quite a nasty break. So there's two bones that sit at the base of the foot, called the tibia and the fibula, and both of them are broken. Now, because of that, I'm gonna have to get one of my colleagues to come have a look at you, so an orthopedic surgeon. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Jade has had an emergency CT scan to show the extent of her injuries after she was hit by a car and then trapped under a bus.
Yep.
There is a liver laceration, there is fluid around the liver, there is some fluid around the spleen. I didn't see a splenic laceration, but I'll have a better look at it.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure what's going on in the pelvis.
Okay, fine. Well, we'll give you some air then to let on her head CT, she's got a skull vault fracture that's minimally displaced posteriorly. She's got a large extracalvareal hematoma and a small bit of intracranial blood just under the fracture.
I wish I could give it a go. It's all my fault, this is. It's not your fault. Oh, God.
From what we can see, she has pulmonary contusions left and right, and we think that she may also have a liver laceration. She's going to be going back to A&E now in the next couple of minutes, OK?
I don't believe this is happening. I just want to wake up.
Yeah, it does seem.
Steady roll.
The scan shows that Jade has sustained multiple injuries.
I just wanted to get to the hospital and see her as quick as I could. She was 3 days old when I took her to church. Well, I walked straight in the door and was greeted by Sister Elizabeth. And I said, "Here, sister, there's another one for you." And she said, "Oh, she's lovely." And she really was. She was beautiful, utterly beautiful.
What we can see on her scan so far is that she's got a crack in her skull. Now, obviously we need to have a really, really, really good look at those images.
Yeah.
But we think she's got a crack in the back of her skull with a big swelling over from where she's got a big bruise over the top of it.
Yeah.
We think that she's probably got a tiny little bit of blood inside the fracture. We've asked the neurosurgeons. No, darling, you're not. So we've asked the neurosurgeons to come and see her because we have them here. She's also got some bruising on her lungs, and you kind of expect that, particularly with her having been trapped underneath the bus, because she couldn't breathe too well underneath. Okay, and that's why we have the oxygen on. But that will get better. You know, as parents, the hardest thing has got to be the uncertainty, the not knowing, the feeling that you're not being told everything. That people are putting a brave face on it because we automatically assume that things are going to be awful. Okay. In her tummy, we think that she may have some bleeding.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is just observe that. And this is the bit of the scans that we really need to have a really, really good, hard look at to see do we need to do anything about that bleeding. Okay. So for now, you know, she's had an awful bash and an awful knock, she really has. So if anything does change or if we need to do anything else, you will be the first to know.
Okay.
Okay?
Anything you want to ask, you ask.
Yeah. We're just waiting for the report of her CT.
Just don't know what to think. I don't want to see me. They'll find her, see me.
You've got a good girl there. You've got a good girl there. Every time you spoke to her before, you've been really calm.
Yeah,
all right? Okay, you've been really calm.
She's holding her own as well.
And
She's holding her own.
I just want her dad to be here. I just want to be in it when she sees me like it. It's going to make her worse if she sees me.
What you've got to do is get your normal face on before you talk to her.
Yeah.
Jade's blood will be continually monitored for any changes in the function of her major organs.
It's okay.
It's all done.
That will go numb soon.
Well done.
Well done.
Good girl.
That's all bit done.
It's all
Well
finished.
done. We'll give you a minute or two.
I can't give
No,
you
right
any
at the
water at the
moment.
moment, darling.
Jade's granddad Robert has travelled from Gravesend to join her mum, dad and auntie at King's.
I felt a duty as a parent and a grandparent to try to sort of keep it sort of level head on things. Well, it's that paternal instinct. Even though Amanda's over 30 years old, I still see a 10-year-old girl there. I thought it was very important that I didn't start crying my eyes out when I went in there. But secretly, down, I thought this could all go at any minute.
It's been 3 hours since 12-year-old Jade arrived at King's after being hit by a car and trapped beneath a bus. Jade has been diagnosed with a fractured skull and possibly life-threatening internal bleeding.
So it's Mummy here. Oh, Jade was quite a bubbly little girl. She was very cheeky and a bit boisterous at times, fighting with her brother. She's very loving. She's a very loving little girl. Brave girl, aren't you? Imagine it being Mummy. This happened to Mummy. A hysterical Mummy that would have to have knocked me out. She had like this brilliant blonde hair, and she was so pretty. And I just, look at her and think, oh, she's so stunning. And I think, how do I have a baby as cute as that?
Well, we're not actually connected.
Of course, I know you are, darling. I know you are. If this was my little one, I would be too. I really would. I'd be terrified. Of course I would. Internal injuries can be very unpredictable, and they're almost always serious. We need to have a really good look at these pictures because I can't promise you 100% that she doesn't need an operation just right now. If she does, she is in the right place to have it. Everybody wants to know the million-dollar question, which is am I going to be okay? He's here. Okay, so we will look after. Sometimes they're not, or we don't know. Okay. I find that hard. But as long as you're honest with them and you tell them, I don't know, and the time will tell, I think they appreciate that rather than being given false hope. Okay, because we're looking after her. The neurosurgeons are here. All the surgeons, if she needs the operation, everybody is here. Okay, so we will look after her. All right. Okay? I know you are. I know. It's a human response to want to comfort the parent because their role is vital in comforting the child. You have to involve them. You have to tell them everything that's going on. To some extent, you have to tell them that everything is going to be okay, but only if you know that it is going to be okay. You have to be straight.
Can't handle things.
You're doing great. When you're up there and you're beside her, and I can see you being strong, you're being brilliant. And that's what we need. That's all I want you to do. All right, and you're doing great. If you've got anything you want to ask me, any concerns, ask me. And if there's any change, I will tell you.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
Brilliant. Well done.
My water.
Yeah, do you want some more? You can go and get some more over there if you want.
I go to a nice school that you chose me because you thought it was nice.
Yeah, I knew you went to a really nice school.
And the teachers are very nice and they will look after me. So I don't think there's anything to be worried about.
God, man, I'm in pain. Hello? So I'm in real pain. It's killing me. This is getting too tight.
Brian has an evening curfew as part of his parole conditions. He must always wear an electronic tag so that the police know where he is.
What's the problem?
Can this tag be cut off because it's getting too tight and it's hurting?
No, is the answer. We can't cut it off. We'll have to, because we've got probably nothing that will cut through that, but we'll need to figure out something.
Thanks, nurse. I'm reminded I was on my way up to clip my methadone and go to care for my mum, because I'm a carer for my mum.
Are you?
Yeah.
If you are not there...
Oh, she's all right. She's at bingo at the moment.
So if you're not there to care for her, she'll still be able to...
She can get about with a trolley, but she can't open tins and things like that, and I have to shower her. Because my dad passed away a year and a half ago.
Has she ever thought about probably getting in carers to help her with that, or...?
The carers that she has had before, she don't like what's happened. But I was in prison about 3 weeks ago for a month. And in that month, she couldn't have a proper shower or bath. She had to wash down by flannel.
Okay. But what I'm going to need to do, because if we need to put a plaster on, we need to get that tag off. Is there a number on it that we can call?
I think so. I'm not too sure. You could just cut it off, because it's an emergency, isn't it?
I have a patient here. He has an injury to the ankle that he has a tag on. We need to have the tag probably put to the next ankle. Okay? We just use what we use, just one of the tough cut scissors. Okay.
I'm just going to have a butcher's at your tag.
Yeah, OK.
It's tight. It's tight, no doubts.
Tell me, thank you.
All I need you to do is stay still, because I'm going to be chopping. I don't want to jab you in a bit you've hurt.
You're welcome. You can keep it.
Pardon?
You can keep it with all means.
Yeah. I have to give it back to you.
Yes, I know that, mate.
There you go. Cut is cut.
Thank you.
Done.
Our patient came here once, and he was to be admitted. So somebody came down, and somebody was saying that they can't take it off because this guy took off his and put it on his cat. And they were wondering in the night, why is he walking up all over the place? You could see so much activity in his house. And when they went there, it was the cat that he wasn't home. And it's the cat prancing all over the house with the tag. Because if you do that, you get back incarcerated, innit? You have to go to prison and serve your time, the rest of your time.
King's A&E. Okay.
Hems trauma call, ETA 10 minutes. Hems trauma call, ETA 10 minutes.
60-year-old pedestrian versus car.
A woman is being brought to King's after being hit by a car whilst out shopping. It's the second road traffic accident of the day for trauma consultant Des.
Running a trauma team, mentally you have to be running through the scenarios before they ever come, before the red phone ever goes off. You're already thinking, what's the next one going to be? Department like King's, we see so much trauma every day that you'll be almost guaranteed to have 1 or 2 pedestrians hit by a car. It's not that it's predictable, but it's almost what you expect. Okay, guys?
Hello, sweetheart. I'm just having a little feel of your neck and your chest. Do you have pain? In your back? Okay.
My job is not to stop accidents from happening.
Major trauma consultant?
My job is to be here when they do, to make sure that whatever the cause, immediately before the accident, that I'm able to get that person back to the person they were immediately before the accident.
It is a HEMS trauma, pedestrian versus car, head injury, also complaining of lower back pain. So we will want the CT, it'll be head, but as to whether or not we want pelvis or lower back or anything, I'm not sure yet. So we're just going to do plain films, chest, pelvis and C-spine first, and then we'll give you guys a call. Is that okay? Lovely, thanks, bye. So when we've secured our line, we've had a feel of the tummy, we'll take off the scoop. We'll get an X-ray, chest, pelvis, lateral C-spine. We'll be going for a head CT, because we were told loss of consciousness, and weren't we, having hit our head on the windscreen? Is it?
Geraldine, how do you do? I'm Dave. I'm yet another one of the doctors here. I just want to have a little feel of your neck, Geraldine. Have you got any pain in your neck at the moment?
It feels stiff.
Stiff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Happy?
Yeah. Right, let's go.
40 minutes after arriving at A&E, Geraldine is going for an emergency CT scan to check for damage caused by the impact of the car.
Well, the day had started off as any other day, really. Everything was fine. It was quite a normal day. Nothing seemed particularly out of place. You know, and I'm just thinking about getting home and having a nice cup of coffee. And then the most awful thing happened, and literally the world turned upside down. All of a sudden, there was just this huge impact that I felt to my side, which completely took me off my feet. I felt my head hit the window of the car and then slide off onto the floor. And for the first minute or two, no idea of where I really was. It's just a shock, a terrible shock, a dreadful shock. And you know, the shock is one of the things that stays with you for an awfully long time until you can get a bit of a handle on how your body's behaving.
I don't like the sound of it one little bit. Can't really do her voice. What if, squeaked Alan Taylor, bravely weeing himself in fear. How can a gingerbread man wee themselves?
6-year-old Linus has come to King's after claiming he swallowed a ring during his school assembly.
Now, at the mention of that name, they all went very quiet. Oh, don't do that then. It's hurting. Is it hurting again? Oh. Have a little rest. Thanks. Yeah.
Hi. Hi, is it Linus? Yeah. Hi, I'm Bryony. I'm one of the doctors here.
Thanks.
Sorry. So, Linus, why are you in A&E today?
Because they swallowed not quite a ring.
A ring.
Why did you do that?
I was holding it up in the air, and then it fell in my mouth, and then I swallowed it by accident.
You don't usually go around swallowing metal objects, do you?
I've swallowed many coins.
Have you? Did Mum not know about these? No, they were secret, were they? And you definitely swallowed it, you didn't spit it out?
I tried doing it, but it just didn't come out.
Fine. And after that happened, did your breathing feel funny at all or normal?
I couldn't breathe for about a minute. And I thought I was, like, gonna die, but then...
Just want to have a quick look in your mouth. Okay, so this is just a torch and this is a big lolly stick. Okay, so can you open your mouth really wide and say, ah. Stick your tongue out. Say, ah. Okay. Can't see it there, so it must have gone down. We're going to send you for a scan. Have a look in that chest of yours. See what your lungs look like. So if you just sit back in the waiting room, or just here for a minute, and then I'll show you where the X-ray is.
I've never swallowed a ring before.
Have you really swallowed money before?
Just one.
Or was it a 5p?
No, yeah.
Was it? When was that?
Not that long ago.
Geraldine's awaiting the results of her scan. To keep her comfortable, she's been given a cocktail of painkillers.
Hello? Hello? When I got to the hospital, you know, I was thinking, oh my God, do these people I've been, you know, the drugs really, they do make you feel very weird. Hello? They do make you feel very weird. They do. Hello? Spaced out.
Hello? Hello? I hear somebody calling. Yeah, me again. Good. So, half of your reports are come through, and they were all looking very good, as it's said. So I'm just waiting for the last couple to come now. What we're going to do is we're going to give you another painkiller. I know you're lovely and comfortable while we have you lying flat, but that might change when we start to move you. So we're going to give you another painkiller in advance of taking all this stuff up and maybe sitting you up, okay? All right?
Back of my head is beginning
to throb. That's a good sign. It means that everything else is settling down and you're getting the pain from where you hit your head, either on the car or the ground. All right. Not at all. Anything else? Any other questions or anything you want to tell me? No? Okay, fine. Great. We'll keep you posted.
Thank you.
The damage to Jade's internal organs has resulted in internal bleeding. She will be carefully observed before a decision is taken to operate.
All right, sweetie, come on. All right, darling. Spit it out, darling, spit it. I don't think that I ever appreciated being a father and having children when they were little. Nobody can prepare you for being a parent. It was very, very difficult. You know, your life changes and it's such a big responsibility, and I tried, you know, but I think I could have done better. I definitely think I could have done better. So the day that Jade was born, it was like being given another chance to be a dad again. And that's why I always sort of felt she was special. This one's my first grandchild, this one was.
Hey?
This is my first grandchild, this one.
Special, the first.
It's special.
The first grandchild was the first granddaughter. So always special.
I have a lot of difficulty looking at pictures of her when she was little. I look at them and I think, if only I knew then this was going to happen, then I could have done something to prevent it. It's a very strange bond when you have children. When they're in pain, you feel it as well. They become your life. They are your life.
All right, we're going to go now, sweet. You ready? Okay.
The results of Jade's scan reveal no damage to her brain, but she'll be taken to pediatric intensive care to monitor if the life-threatening bleeding in her stomach requires emergency surgery.
We take all this off. And then we can stand outside and mutter loudly or whistle, make loud banging noises. So, all right, that scan is A-OK, so you'll feel a little more human now. All right, OK. It never ceases to amaze me how two people can have the same kind of accident and that one will be killed and the other will walk away completely unharmed. How that happens, I have absolutely no idea, but we see it every day. Have we called anyone for you, or is there anyone you want us to call, or are you sure? Okay, fine.
Geraldine has a daughter with a new baby at home. She didn't want the hospital to call and worry her.
I didn't feel that I was there alone. I felt very much as though I was under the care of the people at King's A&E.
Like that, I will lose it. Oh, look at that. Fantastic.
That's better.
Much better. Nearly didn't recognise you.
Do you want some more painkillers?
I'd love some more painkillers.
You look all sort of tensed up.
It's very painful, but I'm determined that I'm gonna.
Yeah, but there's no need to
do
be in
my
that
best.
much pain. We'll give you something else. What can we give her, Des?
Thank you very much.
Not allergic to anything, are you?
Money makes me go funny.
Does it? I think it makes us all go a bit like that.
I wouldn't know, I've never seen enough of it, so... OK.
OK, I'll get you some more
Brilliant.
painkillers now.
Brilliant.
See if I can get them.
Thank you very much.
Almost 3 hours after being hit by a car, Geraldine is given the all-clear to return home that evening.
Hello, Sam, it's Mum. I'm not going to stay, love, because my phone's going to cut out, because I haven't got... I've been in an accident, love. I got knocked over by a car. I'm at King's A&E. I'm sorry to have upset you, love. It was a terrible shock to me, and I think for mums, we're sometimes very keen on what I call one-way love, which is, you know, where you give love and you give support, and sometimes you find it quite difficult to receive that, and sometimes we do paddle our own canoes when really we should ask for help and people to come on board. And I'll just ring you when I get home, and that will be as soon as I possibly can. Love you. Speak to you later, love. Bye.
Oh, Mum, can I watch a movie when I get home?
Yeah.
What would that be my TV turned on?
Just extras.
I need to go to the toilet.
Linus is awaiting the results of his X-ray after swallowing a ring.
So this is you. Your stomach's here. And where can you see the ring? Can you point to it? Yeah.
In your tummy.
Your tummy, yeah. So it might be a bit sore when you have a poo and it comes out, okay? But you let Mum know.
Yeah,
I mean, you're
yeah.
supposed to keep an eye on the poo to check that it has come out.
Thank you so much.
All the best.
As soon as I can. The only thing is I've got no clothes and they've all been cut off.
We're freezed to death.
As far as I know, everything's cut off, including my knickers. I was mortified, absolutely mortified. Where I got knocked over was opposite where I live, and I thought, all my neighbours have seen my boobs.
Just sit on the edge for a minute because you've been lying flat for so long.
I think
Have you got someone that could come and bring some clothes in and maybe give you a lift home?
I'll get a taxi and go home. I just want to see how difficult it is. I think that the vulnerability you feel when you're in those positions of completely being in somebody else's hands, I think it's important to feel that somebody's there for you and that somebody's doing their very best for you.
I think
I've been so lucky.
I think you have.
It hasn't gone without me noticing how lucky, you know, and what could have been. So, yeah, I'll have plenty of people to thank.
Just look after yourself now.
I will. That doctor was just a wonderful man with a wonderful sense of humour.
Where do you feel it?
Here.
Well, there's no claret, which is always good.
Yeah. I'm just so glad he was there for me, and I really appreciate his bedside manner. I was planning, like, maybe a litre of gin and tonic just to ease but not tonight, Josephine.
Not tonight, Josephine, no.
By the time I reached home, there was a taxi with my daughter and her friend in it, waiting to scoop me off to their home to be looked after. So it was super.
I had 2 fractures to my skull, bruised lungs, a broken collarbone, 3 broken ribs, and a broken nose, but I didn't really think that bothered me.
It has slightly changed the relationship between me and Jade because I'm always asking her, "You all right? Are you all right? How you feeling? Are you okay?" And I can understand that being annoying because if someone was asking me 200 times an hour if I'm all right, it'd probably start to annoy me as well.
I don't think it's changed me. It's just I'm closer to my family now. And plus I always cross it the lollipop man.
you.